News at 9.
This is only a test. Residents react to the alert heard across the nation on nearly everyone's cell phone. And the search for who duct taped a dog's legs and threw it into traffic. How you can help rescue such pets when animal shelters are overflowing. Plus, a tense trade war is making a mess of a situation for Arklemas farmers. We'll tell you what one congressman is doing about it. Thank you for choosing Fox 14. I'm Sarah Scarlett. First on Fox, the alert heard across the nation. This afternoon, nearly every cell phone in America buzzed with what's called the presidential alert. There's no emergency, but simply a test to ensure the new notification system is ready to go. This was the first nationwide test to warn Americans of an emergency. The text message said, quote, "This is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. No action is needed." So why do President Trump and FEMA believe this test is so important? The Night Team's Randy Ayala has our top story at 9. Randy?
Sarah, that emergency text is all about saving lives, and for those of you worried about invasion of privacy, don't. Officials tell me the government isn't tracking you. They just want to be able to warn you in case of an emergency. 1:18 Central Time, we all got an unusual text.
We were getting bombed or something.
Being tagged.
I literally just picked it up and muted it.
Thought there was going to be a huge storm coming.
It was an alert straight from President Trump testing the new wireless emergency alert system.
One text message that will hit everyone in the nation, such as if we had another 9/11. I didn't get it.
Those without a smartphone might have been left out, but for the millions of people with one, as long as your phone is on, you'll get the alert. You can't opt out, and it will only be used for catastrophic events.
Things that could take lives, that could damage a lot of property.
Within seconds, everyone across the country would know about it. The system has been in place for years.
Local radio stations, it would come across the television.
But officials say in the age of technology, it was time to upgrade the government alerts.
Very large percentage of people starting from about, 12 years old on up have a cell phone.
Like 13-year-old Robert Turlow.
I didn't know what it was, so I just flipped it over and looked at it and it said something about an alert.
An alert that left some wondering, is the government tracking me? Brown says that's not the case.
It's sent out from the tower as a blast to all phones that are receiving a signal from that particular tower.
Lacey Walker says tests like this could create a false panic.
People like me, you could freak out.
But keeping the public aware of emergencies could make all the difference when danger strikes.
Even though it interrupted school, it could save multiple lives.
Homeland Security Director Neil Brown says Ouachita Parish is considering using that same technology for smaller scale warnings, such as severe weather headed our way. In the Media Control Center, Randy Ayala, Fox 14 News.
Thanks, Randy. It's a gruesome story of animal abuse out of northwestern Louisiana. A warning for some, the pictures and details here are graphic. According to the Webster Humane Association, around 5:30 on Saturday, September 29th, a dog was thrown onto I-20 near mile marker 40 near the Goodwill Road exit. The dog's legs were duct taped together and she was hit and dragged by several cars. Deputies were able to rush the dog to the Claiborne Animal Clinic, but she later died. Vets say her wounds were severe, including multiple skull fractures and road rash. There's now a $2,500 reward for information leading to the arrest of whoever dumped the dog on the road. Call the Webster Humane Association at 318-377-7433 if you saw something that could help find who did this. Roughly 6.5 million animals enter shelters across the country every year, and almost 1.5 million of those animals are put down. Pet overpopulation is a huge problem, and one expert talked with Fox 14's Chelsea Jones about how this happens and what can be done to fix it. Chelsea?
Sarah, Simply Southern Rescue has committed to getting at-risk animals off the streets and into loving homes. With the pet overpopulation issue, the rescue is trying to help get most animals foster homes so they won't have to be euthanized.
These might sound like the barks of happy pups full of life, but at the Ruston Animal Control, these barks may be the sound of abused, neglected, or malnourished pets, something animal advocate Leanne Albritton says is hard to hear.
We find dogs dumped at the gate, dogs dumped at dumpsters.
She says overpopulation is often caused by the lack of spaying and neutering, and she can't believe how people can be so cruel.
If I step on my dog's toe, I'm apologizing, even though they don't understand what I'm saying or what I'm doing.
Overpopulation is such an issue that when the shelter runs out of kennel space, they're forced to euthanize puppies.
The Ruston Animal Control has the capacity to hold 20 dogs. Right now, they have 24, including 12 new puppies that are in need of foster homes. Foster homes work similarly to the foster care system. A foster will host the dog in their home and take care of them until a more permanent solution is found. Albritton says pet overpopulation can lead to pets becoming the animals everyone loves to hate.
But it's everybody's problem. I mean, they grow up, they get big, they're feral, so they will attack your own animals. They'll attack people.
She believes the root of the problem is because there's no federal legislation.
There's no laws here. You don't have to spay and neuter your animals. It's a choice, and they choose not to.
Rescue is planning a transport around November to ship some of the mini dogs to states with less of an overpopulation issue. For more information on how you can foster or adopt a pet, you can head over to myarklamiss.com. Live in the studio, Chelsea Jones, Fox 14 News.
Thanks, Chelsea. We have a crime alert to tell you about. A Monroe woman is behind bars accused of trying to kill her boyfriend with a pair of scissors. Deputies were called to the Pecan Villa Apartments, where they found the first victim shirtless and covered in blood. He told police that his girlfriend had stabbed him during an argument. Another victim was found at Conway with a stab wound to his hand. Deputies found 24-year-old Carrie Lacey nearby. They say she admitted to stabbing her boyfriend with a pair of scissors. The second victim told police that during the argument, Lacey told her boyfriend, quote, "I'm going to kill you." Lacey's facing several charges, including attempted second-degree murder. Her bond is set at $400,000. A Balcomville man is under arrest for drug possession and filing a false report after he says he was attacked by someone with an axe and ghosts left drugs in his apartment. Ouachita Parish Sheriff's deputies say they were called to a home on Lynette Drive shortly after midnight this morning for a call about a possible stabbing. As they pulled up, officers say a man started yelling and cursing at them. Deputies say that man is 59-year-old Michael Ottenberry. He told 911 dispatchers that he was hit in the head with an axe, but deputies say they saw no wounds. After a search, officers found what appeared to be methamphetamines, and Ottenberry told them ghosts or some intruders must have left the drugs behind. Trade wars with China and wet weather will soon have an impact on farmers here in the ArkLaMiss. Congressman Dr. Ralph Abraham is pushing the Agriculture Department to help farmers find a place to store their harvest until it can be brought to market. Trade negotiations with China have shut down usual trading of soybeans. Soybeans that usually head to West Coast ports are now heading down the Mississippi River for South America. The problem is there's no place to store all of them because silos and elevators are already full.
So it's an issue. If these farmers don't harvest these beans in the next week or 2 or 3 at the most, they can literally go bankrupt.
China usually buys more than half of our country's soybean crop. In Louisiana alone, farmers planted about 1 million acres of soybeans just this year. An update for water customers in Caldwell Parish. Vixen Water System East has lifted its boil advisory. The supply issue has been fixed. The Louisiana Department of Health and Hospitals has cleared samples, and the water is now safe to drink. Well, Jared joins us from the Weather Center. Do we have an update on what weather's looking like right now?
I mean, we do. It's the same update as it's been over the last 2 days, so I guess no news is the same news at this point. But it is hot and humid. We'll take a full look at the forecast coming up next.
I guess that's true. It's very similar to how it's
Yep.
Also coming up on Fox, would you let a stranger rent your car? Some apps are helping people make money by sharing their vehicles when they're not using them. Plus, a 6-year project that started as a dream has become a reality. The impact of El Dorado's entertainment district 1 year later. That and more is up next on Fox 14 News at 9.
News sponsored by Calhoun Grocery, your finest meat market. Weather sponsored by Bayou Power Sports.
All right, everybody, for the best coverage of high school football, we hope you'll join us in the Red Zone every Wednesday night on KARD Fox 14. We'll obviously talk to all the head coaches, show you the big plays of the week, and it only happens Wednesday nights. See you then.
Tonight at 10 on Fox 14. News, weather, and sports. Follow us on the KTVE NBC 10 KARD Fox 14 Facebook page.
How would you like to consolidate your credit card bills, all loans, medical bills, all your bills into one payment of just $100 per month? That's the power of bankruptcy. If you qualify, just $100 per month. Call the bankruptcy specialist, E. Orem Young.
If your wheels are spinning about a home remodel, we've been professionally installing one-day bathroom remodels, safety tubs, glass rooms, screen rooms, and much more since 1976. Race over to our showroom today at 402 Cypress Street in West Monroe, or give us a call at 324-1232. Tote Back Rubs and Bath Planet, a name you can trust.
Energy Savers of America can help you add beauty and value to your home. With over 23 years of experience, we professionally install vinyl siding, roofing, windows, and more. We offer name brand, energy-efficient products at affordable prices. 100% financing is available. No money down and low monthly payments. And for a limited time, get 12 months, same as cash. Give us a call today for a free in-home estimate or visit our new location at 1005 North 4th Street, Monroe. Energy Savers of America. Come home to quality.
Having dental pain? You need to call the professionals at DDS Dentures and Implant Solutions. Our experienced staff is kind, caring, and compassionate. For over 30 years, they have provided patients with dentures and implants. We offer extractions starting at $49 each. At DDS Dentures and Implant Solutions, second opinions are always free, and we will beat any licensed dentist treatment plan by at least 10%. Call to make your appointment today.
Go show the world your beautiful smile.
How would you like to consolidate your credit card bills, all loans, medical bills, all your bills, into one payment of just $100 per month? That's the power of bankruptcy. If you qualify, just $100 per month. Call the bankruptcy specialist, E. Orem Young.
News sponsored by bankruptcy attorney Sam Henry. Meteorologist Jared Floyd.
We start off with a look at the new live storm tracker Doppler radar brought to you by E. Orem Young. Nothing. And we completely missed out on most of the rainfall today. Had some showers trying to stir just to our northeast or just to our south. Never really successful in getting them into our area. And I've said this a lot. I said it a lot at 5:30. It's not a lot of quality moisture out there. We do have some low-level moisture that's scouring out clouds from time to time in the afternoon. It's just not enough to make a big difference overall in what we've seen through the course of the last couple of days. In fact, the sunshine really kind of winning over as far as mixing some drier air down to the surface. So even our neighbors to the south along the Gulf Coast kind of missed out on the rain today. They had some isolated specks on radar, but again, as I mentioned, the quality moisture has really kind of escaped, and you can thank that upper-level ridge of high pressure, big dome of hot air or high pressure that's really kind of situated to our east, but that provides sinking, compressing air, and you need rising, expanding air for clouds and rainfall, and unfortunately that is not going to be the case over the next few days. Storms continue to move through portions of the upper Midwest. Tornado watch is out for some of those spots. In fact, it's an enhanced risk severe weather day as you move through the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes region. A big cold front moving through it, a quick moving disturbance, bringing some strong to severe thunderstorms for those areas. High pressure at the surface off to our east. As I mentioned, high pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere still generally ruling the forecast. Here's a look at the low level moisture. And again, we're still running it enough that it's making things pretty humid outside. Just doesn't have enough support to generate rainfall. Get into Saturday and notice the deeper layered low-level moisture starting to sneak back in. Also, as you start to read this map, you see these longer green lines. The longer lines indicate stronger low-level winds. The little shorter line segments, like you see out here, indicate weaker winds. So when you start getting these longer green lines, you're starting to talk about stronger low-level winds that are starting to pump deeper amounts of Gulf moisture into our area. But also notice what's happening out to the west. You're also kind of getting a secondary axis of moisture that's streaming in from the Pacific and the Gulf, and it's all stacking in ahead of that big storm system we've been talking about for several days. Still keeping an eye on its evolution and how it will treat us once we get into the end of the weekend, but it is the kind of the start that will bring showers and storms into the forecast as early as Saturday. Temperatures across the area at this hour generally in the mid to upper 70s, 76 Monroe, 79 in Monticello, and 75 in Ruston. We'll look for lows tonight to eventually drop off into the low 70s under partly cloudy skies. Winds generally calm. Highs tomorrow, low 90s. Rain chances still not great. Partly cloudy, still humid. Winds out of the southeast. A look at the rest of the forecast, and again, through Friday, pretty quiet. Scattered storms back in. Kind of the lead disturbance to that storm system for Saturday. And then Sunday, Monday, and really on through the first of next week, those rain chances very uncertain. A stalled system to our west would mean little or no rain chances beyond Saturday, but a slow-moving storm system could keep a unsettled weather pattern in through much of next week. So again, we've kept those rain chances about 30%, and that is a pretty murky part of the forecast at this point, but we'll continue to nail down those details over the next couple of days.
Okay, thanks, Jared. This time last year, everyone was talking about plans of a new entertainment district in El Dorado. Some folks didn't know what it was, and others wondered if it would work. Fox 14's Sheriff Cobbs takes a look at MAD 1 year later.
The Murphy Arch District has officially hit its 1 year mark. I spoke with one local store, and they tell me that their business has boosted. Here at Main Street Antiques and More, you can find just about anything, from glassware to sewing machines to a pottery house.
Oh my gosh, just a numerous amount of items we have. You can't go wrong coming here and shopping.
On any given day, you can come in and find the antique of your dreams or make a creation of your own.
We've had customers in this week painting. In fact, I have somebody over there today painting.
Business here has always been good, but since MAD, it's gotten a little bit better and a little more local.
I can't even express how our business has boomed on both sides.
But it's not just for this store. Much of the city is thriving. Businesses and hotels have seen an increase in sales tax receipts, and the Chamber has reported a 5,000% increase in inquiries.
We would average 1 or 2 inquiries a week. We're now averaging 1 or 2 inquiries a day about El Dorado, about either visiting or relocating to El Dorado.
This is what MAD has worked so hard for. Years of planning turned into a larger-than-life creation in a little town in South Arkansas.
Ultimately, it was decided that the legacy of arts and entertainment and music, which had been true and authentic to El Dorado for decades, was something that would resonate, that we could make work, that we could use the physical attributes of downtown El Dorado, which had been beautifully preserved.
And for this little store full of knickknacks and antiques galore, they can't help but be thankful that MAD has brought back the local feeling to El Dorado. Sheriff Cobbs, Fox 14 News.
Up next on Fox 14 News, could Toys R Us make a comeback? A plan to auction off the rights to the retailer have been canceled. More on proposed action to reboot the iconic retailer.
Footlongs.
Reynolds Kitchens has eliminated plastic wrap frustration for good. To celebrate, award winner Jeff Russo composed the world's shortest victory song. Yes. This is the good stuff.
Billions of mouths, billions of problems. Dry mouth, parched mouth, cotton mouth, there's a TheraBreath for you. TheraBreath, oral rinse and lozenges, help relieve dry mouth using natural enzymes to soothe and moisturize. So you can breathe easy. There's TheraBreath at Walmart.
It's Goat Yoga. De-stress in nature with a gentle outdoor yoga practice and adorable baby goats. Pet them, hold them, and watch them play. Classes are just $20, but sell out quick, so book now. Classes also include a guided tour of the farm, like Double BB Farms on Facebook, and reserve your spot at the next Goat Yoga class. Goat Yoga at Double BB Farms in Monroe. For more info, visit doublebbfarms.com.
This isn't just any Saturday. This is a Saturday with the best Wi-Fi experience and your show streaming wherever you go. And with savings on wireless, this is a Saturday you can share with the whole family. This is how Xfinity makes life simple, easy, awesome.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for just $29.99 a month for 12 months. And ask how you can save on your wireless bill when you include Xfinity Mobile with your internet. Click, call, or visit a store today.
It's what you've been waiting for, the 18th annual Model Year-End Clearance event going on now at each Hickson Ford location. On all 2018s in stock, the rebates have never been higher, the Hickson discounts have never been bigger, and the manufacturer's interest rates have never been lower. We have hundreds to choose from, all green tagged with our best price. The reason we sell so many is you pay so little. So you pick it out and we'll work it out. These vehicles at these prices won't last long. So come into any Hickson location or shop us online at hicksonhasit.com. When it comes to the Model Year-End Clearance event, Hickson Ford has it.
News, sponsored by Fiesta Nutrition Center. Continues.
The Food and Drug Administration is cracking down on one of the most popular e-cigarettes on the market. FDA officials raiding the San Francisco headquarters of Juul to seize over 1,000 documents, all relating to the company's marketing and sales tactics. The information will be used to investigate the product's mass appeal among young people.
Juul, the company, actually admitted that when they started out, they really did market to youth. They had Instagram accounts, they did a lot of social media promotion, and they later said that was a mistake.
Juul released a statement saying, quote, "We're committed to preventing underage use, and we want to engage with the FDA, lawmakers, public health advocates, and others to keep Juul out of the hands of young people." Airbnb has changed how many of us travel by allowing us to stay in homes with complete strangers. Now other peer-to-peer sharing apps are gaining popularity by letting you do the same thing when it comes to your car. In today's Consumer Watch, Mary Maloney has a closer look at the tech startups changing the way people rent and own their cars.
A brand new car, and Brittany Young is actually making money off of it.
Total, I made about $800 so far.
She's one of millions using the car-sharing app Turo to share vehicles with complete strangers.
When they pick up my cars, I give them some suggestions of where to go, what to do, what to eat.
The Turo app allows you to rent your car to pre-approved drivers and offers a cheaper alternative to the car rental counter.
You can get the car delivered to you at the airport, curbside. Or if you're traveling locally, you can have the car delivered to your home or to your office.
CEO Andre Haddad says it's like an Airbnb for cars.
You know, our hosts are sharing their cars because for the first time, the car is no longer a depreciating asset that costs them money. It's an asset that can pay for itself.
The Getaround and Hire Car apps are also giving users more flexibility and customization. Along with Turo, all three work like an online dating app, allowing users to browse vehicles in their area and pick one that fits their budget and occasion.
If I was to rent a high-performance car from a rental car company, that would be at least $300, $400. At Turo, I could get it for $100.
We've got more than 850 makes and models. So you can get a very basic car for $20 a day, and if you want to splurge, you can drive a Lamborghini for $2,000 a day.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
Turo vets everyone who signs up to make sure they have a safe driving and valid insurance. And they have a $1 million liability policy that covers both the hosts and the guests. Well, a group of investors plan to make a comeback for Toys R Us. They've canceled a bankruptcy auction that was set to sell off intellectual property assets, including the famous Jeffrey the Giraffe mascot. The investors say they'll work with potential partners to develop new ideas for stores in the U.S. and other countries. Well, that's your business news. We'll have one final look at your 7-day forecast after the break.